Let us see how to install Oracle Enterprise Linux in VM Workstation. So let me open VMware Workstation. So go to the Home tab. In Home tab, click on Create a new virtual machine, and you need to choose the option here as typical. Click Next. Choose I will install the operating system later and click on Next. Here I want Linux and it should be of the version Oracle Enterprise Linux 64-bit. Click on Next. So before that, we need to create one folder in the place where we want to install this. So better I'll copy this virtual machine name. I want to create this in local drive D. So here I'm creating a folder and it is of the name Oracle Enterprise Linux 64-bit. So go back to VMware. Here browse, select that particular folder. Oracle Enterprise Linux 64-bit. Click on OK. Next, and try to give the maximum disk size. So the disk size that I'm giving is 300 GB, and split virtual disk into multiple files. This is a particular option which you need to choose. Click on Next and click on Customize Hardware. I want to assign memory 2048, which is nothing but 2 GB. Done. Click on Finish. So once if you are done till here, click on the hard disk. So in this, go to CD DVD and click on Use ISO image file and try to browse your particular ISO file of operating system that you want to install. So I'm browsing. So in softwares, I have a folder by name OS, and this is a particular ISO which I have, which is Oracle Enterprise Linux 64-bit. Click on Open. Okay. Now start your VM, that is power on this virtual machine. So choose the option called as Install Oracle Linux 7.3 by using the up arrow in your keyboard. Click on Enter. So here press the Enter key to begin the installation process. Click on Enter. So welcome to Oracle Linux 7.3. So the language that I'm choosing is English, and here go with English India. Click on Continue. So first we need to set a date and time. So I want to follow by means of the network timing. So first I'll set up the network and host name. So try to enable this one. Click on Configure, and in this go to IPv4 settings, and this should be at DHCP, that is automatic domain host configuration protocol. This should be enabled. Similarly in IPv6 it should be at automatic. Go to general and choose this option, automatically connect to this network when it is available. Click on save. Done. Now go back to time and date. So here choose India, and the time it will take automatically, which is 16:53. So now the time is 4:53 p.m. If you don't want the 24-hour format, you can click on this AM and PM option. Now click on installation source. So here click here to verify your particular operating system. So it will verify the media whether it is proper to install or not. If there are any issues, it will report here. So the media is good to install, so no issues. Click on done. Click on software selection, and this I want to configure the server. So click on server with a GUI, which is graphical user interface, and choose the RPMs here, means the additional features. So I want compatibility libraries. I want virtualization tools, virtualization client. Click on done. Now click on installation destination. So scroll down. I will configure the partition manually. Click on done. Now change this one to standard partition. Click on this plus icon and give your mount points. So here this slash indicates root, and this is boot home variable swap. So let me give some amount of space for root. For root directory I'll give 50 GB. So in order to know that, it is 50 GB into 1024. So you need to type here as 51200. Add mount point. Next again click on plus. So for booting you need to give some amount of MB. So here I'll give 4096. Again click on plus. Swap also I'll give as 4096 only. Swap memory, add mount point. Again click on plus. For the home directory As I have more amount of space, I'll give more amount of space for home also. So better I'll try to assign at least a 50 GB. So again 50 into 1024, which is 51200. Add mount point. So apart from this, I want few more points like mount points / stage is a particular mount point which I want in order to store the softwares. So I'll give the capacity for this as 50 GB only, which is 51200. Next, I want mount point by the name U01. So in U01 also 51200. Similarly, I want G01. I'll give only 20 GB for this. So in this 20 into 1024, which is 2480. Add mount point. Next, I want to configure FRA. So / FRA. So the capacity I want to give is 10 GB. So here 10 into 1024, which is 10240. Click on add mount point. So these are the current mount points which I have: home, stage, FRA, U01, G01, and this is for the sake of system which is booting, and the root is for / is for root, and this is swap memory. So still 62 GB of space is available, but I'll try to allocate some amount of space for backup. So for backup, I am giving 10 GB, which is 10 into 1024 again. So it will be 10240. So mostly all of my files will be mostly saved in either U01 or G01. So better I'll try to expand this one. I want to give more amount of space. I'll give 80 GB for this. Okay, so my U01 is 80 GB and G01 is 20 GB. So I'm done with all the mount points. So these are the mount points which I'm currently looking for. So for stage, backup, FRA, U01, G01. So these mount points are enough for me. Click on done and accept changes. Now click on this kdump and disable this one. Click on done. So already I've configured network. So go to security policies, turn the security policies off, click on done. So almost we are done with all the parts. So once this is done, click on begin installation. And we need to give the root password. So click on root. So I'm giving some name and here it is password. So for this you need to click on 2 times done, or else give the password which should be greater than 8 characters or minimum 8 characters. Click on done 2 times. Next, user creation. So my username is Oracle and I want to give some password for it. Done. I've given the password. Click on done for 2 times. So almost it is done. Now you can see here all the installation parameters are going on. We need to wait for some amount of time so that they will get installed. So we are done with the installation. Now click on reboot. Click on enter. Now it will ask you to agree the license. So once if you agree the license, then we are done with the installation part. So click on license information, accept this license agreement, click on done. So already we are connected to the network, so don't disturb it. Now click on finish configuration. So sign in with the username and the password that you have created. So my username is Oracle, and now I have to enter the password. So done. This is how we need to install Oracle Enterprise Linux 64-bit. So let us go to the terminal and check. So click on next, skip, start using Oracle Linux server. We are done. ls command. So these are different kinds of mount points which we have currently. So these are the different kinds of mount points. So we have created U01, G01, stage. We have created backup, FRA, followed by, these are the default which we get generally. Like we have already configured this home, boot, and root mount points. So now let us see how to connect to this particular VM by means of Putty. So let us install Putty first. So in the software, I have that particular software. So in DBA tools, Putty, right click on this and run as administrator. Click on yes. So then right click on this and pin to taskbar. So type your host name, which is nothing but your IP address. So in order to know your IP address, and this click on open terminal and click on if config. So this is the particular IP address now which I have to use. So go to the Putty, paste that particular IP address and give some name. So the name that I'm going to give is my Oracle setup. So my Oracle setup is the session name which I've given. So click on save and click on open. So here click on yes. Now let me see whether I'm able to connect or not. So username is Oracle. Use the password. Then I'm able to connect. See the same commands which I have performed in the VM, I can perform here also. I can see my all the mount points here clearly. If you want to increase the size, click on change settings. Go to color or appearance. Here click on change and try to increase the font. Click on OK. And you need to save this particular session also. So under sessions, my Oracle setup, save, apply, so that you can increase the font size. So this is the complete installation of Oracle Enterprise Linux in your VM and connecting to your VM by means of Putty. Thank you.